I'll
You
start
hear
with
with that intelligence, you are getting a very good feel of Infernal right now. You and Lissy kind of have a very basic. Hi, my name is you here. How are you? And it's like just a very basic conversation. You can ask where things are, how to find things. It's not like I'd say, people speak Infernal. You can kind of piece together what they're saying based on context, but you don't have a complete understanding yet.
It's more
Okay.
translating in your head instead of thinking in the language,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
which are two separate things.
now
And if you
question.
want to speak Infernal, it's going to take, like, the gears have to turn in your head before you actually say something.
Oh yeah. So question. I've been keeping track of the numbering of it. So I've been adding whatever I rolled to a total of 300. With the nat 20, what would that be in the range?
Double it, I think.
Okay.
I guess double it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So, you're all just in this room. So, you all talk amongst yourselves. If you want to. Otherwise, it's going to be a really boring time.
I'm gonna ask if anyone else has found a way that can let us out of this room.
I'm gonna stealthy say, I think. Okay.
I think
we're going.
Fuck. Well, first I want to see if I can see anything that.
Anybody
might
who
be...
wants to find a way out of the room, roll perception.
I'm just looking for a bathroom because now it's probably been an hour and yours needs to take a number.
Ah, damn.
That 20 on the other side.
Yeah.
Again.
Look, all I did was piss off the side of a fucking bridge into ice with a middle finger P. Come on, man.
He looks like the rest of us, and this for some magical reason, he does not have any type of waist.
The fuck kind of shit is
It's not.
that?
It's just like a thing you don't really think about your characters. Like if we had to roll for every shit and piss, we'd be doing this forever.
Yeah. No.
I'm just going to find the bathroom. That's it. I politely ask.
Okay. You just
Excuse
kind of
me,
knock
what
on the.
is
You just kind of yeah, and then he's like, you knock on the glass. He's like, I need to use the bathroom, and then a toilet pops out of the.
Just
and doing this. Hang on, wait, I have a thing. Wait a minute, it's apparently not in my spellbook, but I have a thing. Because I ain't trying to see this bullshit.
You about to see Goliath?
Oh no, I'm not.
Let's not this. Please.
You can't start.
That's exactly what I'm doing because
Okay.
I am in a
You know,
freaking
correction?
tiefling and have that.
I got a better idea.
Darkness.
No. Before you do that, before you cast it,
Yeah. Yorick, shut up.
I'll cast prestidigitation on York's bottom half and do
Just
it that
censor
way.
his shit.
No. I'm gonna clean him. I'm gonna clean out his area for him. You don't need to go
Wipe his
anymore.
ass.
Oh
With
my
prestidigitation.
fucking god!
What the fuck?
Alright, so out of curiosity, how big is this room?
Okay.
I also
this
just
room-
realized a very big fault in my plan, but I'm just gonna go with it now because I already said I was gonna do it.
The
This room is
fact that I
20 by
can't see
20.
in darkness.
So
I have
there's
dark vision.
yeah, but this is this is magical darkness, so dark vision can't see through it.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, nope. You just see me snap, and the room goes black.
Yeah. And,
All right.
First of all, let me get your perception checks out of the way before this happens. Lizzie,
Awesome.
you can't find a way out. The walls are smooth. You can't find it. Serena, you see a small line where you see a doorway, but you kind of press against it and it's solid. Alchemist, you can guess that door is heavily reinforced, and these walls are thick.
Extra thick?
Wow.
Extra thick.
So I'm not doing this on purpose. I just want to see if I can screw with people. While this darkness is up, I'm putting up my hood and going into stealth while this craziness is ensuing.
You don't even have to roll. Man.
Now
You
I
turn
have
black.
to ask, where do I just? I can't see in the fucking toilet, and I got a blast. Man.
I use prestidigitation on your bottom half. You're clean. You don't
No.
need to go.
No, that's not how prestidigitation works. And that shit is on the inside of his body, not the outside.
Yeah, so
Can I
I'm gonna have to.
use-
I'm going to be polite enough to try to touch the top of the toilet to find out where the
Okay.
sitting position is.
Wait,
Roll.
Chef, with
Yeah.
this work, can I cast this?
Oh,
on the
God.
outside of
No.
it?
No, you cannot.
That's not how
That's not how this works either, sweetie.
Oh
Ooh,
no,
delicious.
we're far beyond good grades today.
Just
That's
let
not how it
Yorix
works.
take a shit. Just let
Let him
Yorix
take
take
shit.
a shit.
Okay. Yorix, I want
Yes.
you to roll an investigation with disadvantage because, god damn it. Okay.
Investigation, you say?
Yes.
Good, because I have a -1 in it.
Yay. Please
What?
roll
Watch
my
as he rolls in that
damn-
one.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Damn
You
it!
feel around the top of the toilet, and you open it. You take your pants off. You sit down. You take a shit. Now,
Hold on. Can I please roll a performance to see how mighty of one it is?
No.
Why?
Could-
Why not?
After the end of this madness, I'd like to say something.
okay. Just give me a minute. I have to just. God, I wish I could drink right now.
I'm drinking right now and it's amazing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, Chef. Can I deafen myself quickly so I don't have to hear?
What?
Can I deafen myself on Discord so I don't have to hear this?
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry, the recording will do this all for us.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, let me just double check if it's actually recording. Yes, it's recording. Go.
Alright, so
Keep it going,
Yorix,
Brett.
roll a performance with your fucking dump.
You chef. Watch
I swear
whether
to
or
God,
not
if you
it's
roll
here
a nat
or
fucking
not.
20 on this bullshit, I'm done.
I have a 3 to it, so give me a second.
I swear to God, if you roll goddamn nat 20. Oh, thank God. Oh, okay, you take it.
Hold on! Oh, wait, I used my bard against
Yes.
You
God
did
damn it.
already. You used it already. Thank
Wait,
God.
can I channel divinity?
No.
Yes,
I
divine
can.
shit. Divine shit.
Jeff is tired of your shit. Literally.
Yeah, but I can channel
So-
divinity into one roll.
No.
No.
You know what? You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say you can use that roll, and if this bites you in the literal ass later, then so be it. You chose this.
You be
If your
careful.
character dies because you can't channel divinity, a little extra damage.
I love
Chef,
that's
be careful.
your
This is a +10 to the roll.
God damn it.
So do you really want to open Pandora's box, Chef?
No.
I swear to God, I just want to do the cackle of good shit everywhere.
Yeah, he's the youngest of us.
I'm
Oh no.
Do you
I'm
want
ready to
to
Everybody
say
else
no
got
to
a
the
120.
channel divinity. I'm saying no to the channel divinity. You have an 11, and
That's
you
why
take a shit.
I tried to
It's a
wake you up
normal
once,
shit.
but that
There's
wasn't happening. So
There's nothing special about it. You
Sleep.
just take a shit, and then after you flush, the toilet goes back into the wall. Prestidigitation happens, and your ass is wiped for you by you, Peter. And then
Thank
listen,
God I have a solid booty.
yeah, and
are you decent?
Define these.
Will I have to worry about seeing your gray flabby ass?
First off, my ass is chiseled like fucking stone.
I don't
That-
give a shit. Is it
and
covered?
then Fenris speaks up and says, "Look, I can see and smell more than all of you. I don't want to hear shit.
Ironic.
Literally. I heard, smell, and saw that.
Wait, he didn't
He's
see it.
decent.
It's
He couldn't have seen it because I can't see it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's
Heard and
magical.
smelled
smell
that.
it. Don't worry on that one.
And smelled that.
Oh, poor Fenris.
Answer the question, York.
I mean, I have pants on.
So,
And darkness goes
Answer the
away.
damn question.
damn it.
He did. He said he had pants on, and
Okay.
Now,
Lissy just snaps again, and you can
You
see.
dispel the darkness, and then the lights, the torches, relight the room.
And the alchemist is gone because I went into hiding.
Yeah.
Well, no, now you're just big and black in the
now
middle
you're
of the
just-
damn
Well,
room.
Actually,
What
would
is
it be
this
fair?
black
Hold on.
thing?
Let me actually roll a stealth roll and see how actually well I was actually hidden. because I never actually got to roll that. So that's an
Yeah,
you did.
actual.
You got the
That's a
same roll.
22. That's
No, hold on now. You put up your hood in pure darkness, which means the background of you was black. You are now black.
That is your thing.
Yes.
I know how that sounds.
Yeah.
And with that
I went
stealth-
from I went from Snow White to Popo Black.
And
Yeah.
now, Jesus. And
Some
now,
maggots.
oh god, damn it.
So-
Okay. And now that you are basically a shadow in the middle of a bright room, that's disadvantaged. So you have an 11, and that's what you look like. You all just see a shadow person in the middle.
Oh shit, I think I missed the toilet.
And
Can I just see them to say something's wrong with our friend?
what do you mean?
I wanted to see them try to make them open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to say something's wrong with friend. He turned black for some odd reason. I don't know what's wrong.
One roll of deception. That's a 13. Okay.
No, it's a 24.
Um,
With deceiving people, I get advantage as a changeling.
Sick. Okay, so you immediately hear bolts and locks unhinge on the door, and you see 5 guards come into the room. What's going on in here? Why do they turn? Why is he? What's going on here?
Before they got in, can I roll stealth to try to get out?
Yeah.
Yes!
God.
You all.
I'm going to try.
He's got a knife!
You just stand in the corner, put up your hood, and now you just blend into the wall. And it's like, what happened to that black figure we saw in here?
Now, can I try to leave and get the uniform?
That was Upir, not Alchemist.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's
hide
all
under
that.
the table.
Yeah.
You hide under the table.
No, I just want to try to get out.
I know, but with that stealth, you hide under the table, and as they come, you kind of just sneak out of the. And in comes Blasco and Brogash. Blasco's like, "What's going on here? Why is there only 1, 2, 3? Why is there only 5 of you?"
Yorks has no idea what the fuck's going on. He's like, I don't know. First, I had to go to the bathroom. Then
Why is there only 6 of you? There was one more here. Where did they go?
I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention. He's
No one's leaving this. You know what? Brogash, go find them. The rest of you, go find them. 5 of you stay here. Lock the door. No one is leaving until we find them.
To be fair, he may have had to use bathroom.
You, Peter, you are now on the run in this fucking building. We'll get to you in a second.
So I'm going to go
Split the
straight for
party.
the uniform place, go and change into uniform, and then change into Bork's face.
Who?
Into
Borax face.
Blasco.
Blasco.
Blasco? Okay.
Yeah, I'm changing to some person's face. I can remember any face I see.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Blasco turns to all the rest of you. Look, I was trying to do my best to be hospitable. Now that you have escaped our holding, you all... Look, I'm trying to be nice here, alright? I'm trying to be nice to you. Is that a foreign concept to all of you? What the hell?
I mean, look, to be fair, I am foreign, so that's kind of a little offensive. But
That's not... Shut up! That is not the point here. I have done my best to be hospitable and nice to all of you. And you just decide to raid our fucking building. No! I'm done!
I haven't done anything.
If he considers this hospitality as anything hospitable, since he has nothing to prove that we're bad in any way, especially since those 2 paladins heal.
It doesn't matter if there's 2 paladins escaped the holding room. We don't know who you are. You say you're from Andoria, but you haven't provided any papers. I was going to come in here. I was going to come in here and ask that you provide those papers to prove your identities, but one of you decided to fucking leave, which doesn't give me much faith in all of you. Now, please, would you all provide identification so I don't throw you all in the cauldron?
I was gonna tell him that I don't have identification papers because I'm not from the tower.
You would have your holy symbol, which will suffice.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Really?
I don't like out of character. I don't think we were ever given identification.
Yeah, we do.
paper.
We have the contract.
You have your contract.
However,
I don't
does
have
count.
that.
Yeah,
So,
they count.
Yorick's will hand both his contract and paper, and he's gonna hand his holy symbol and one other thing. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. He
give
looks
him-
them all. He looks them all over. He looks at the holy symbols. He's like, all right. So it appears you are all actually citizens and employees of Tower Andoria. That's one thing out of the way. That's good. According to these contracts, it says that you're here to find information on one named Baraka, which we have found, actually. We have found 2 of his 4 books, and we have them in our possession. Now, have you found any information on him?
As far as you know, that
We
he...
do, but we can't talk about it, remember?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that Balthor said no sharing information.
It's not just Balthor.
No,
Oh, yeah.
that's the other guy.
We signed a contract.
That was for some other stuff.
That was still with discussing about Baraka.
Yeah, all Baraka stuff we can't say.
All I can say, look, the investigation on our end, it's kind of wrapped up in paperwork. So, bureaucracy aside, you would have to contact Tower Andoria to do this.
He's like, hold on. As he reaches into a pocket and he looks back down at the table where he set all of your papers, and he sees the Rusian military documents. Yorick's. He's like, which one of you is from Rusia?
I believe that would be me, and Yorick's kind of holds up his metal hand.
He looks at you with the most suspicious stare in the world. He's like, all right then. He pulls out a scrying stone, kind of in a cell phone-like holster type case thing, and he's like, he taps it and he's like, Balthor Gundren, and just kind of has.
You've reached the cell phone. You've reached the scrying stone of Balthor Gundren. Unfortunately, the user is not available at the moment.
Okay, hey. Hello? Is this Balthor Gundren? Yes, who is this? And how did I get this scrying stone? Don't worry about that. Anyway, my name is Blasco of Tower Barkus. I have a group called critalFquckr here. They were sent here by you to find information on Baraka. Now, I need to know that if 1, you in fact told them that to come here, 2, they have this information because it obviously appears that they do, and 3, that you are actually a member of Tower Andoria's council. Otherwise, this stone will explode. It's like, okay. Yes, I sent them. Yes, they have information on Baraka, and I give them clearance to talk with you about this information, considering you're one of the council anyway. And just like, are they there? Are they there? Are they there right now? He's like, yes, they are. Just,
Hi, Balthor.
Hi, everyone. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh yeah,
We'll get
we
to that
picked
later.
up a random paladin on the way. It's really fun time.
Okay, we'll get her paperwork done when we get back. Anyway, we're gonna have to talk about that later. Either way, whatever. Just talk to them about that. I give you all clearance. You can talk about it. It will be in violation of your contracts. Also, some woman is calling for you. Her name is Rush, whatever, Rush something. Yeah, that. She's pretty mad. She's saying that she can't find you. She doesn't know where you are.
And Yorick kind of takes the strikes down, and he's kind of, can I use this privately?
He's like, what? He's like,
it's family business, okay? And Yorick is giving a death stare now.
He's like, okay, sure. I guess you can get one phone. And
Be
he's like,
careful of words. And he immediately turns over to talk to Balfour on the strike stone.
And what do you say to him?
Listen, that woman right there is currently being not just as a person of my own family, which will start to grow, but she's also carrying my future child, son and or daughter, or both twins. Who knows? Maybe it could be 5 children. Listen here, Balfour. You do me one solid favor. You make sure she is remaining happy. You tell her I am on official business. And if I swear to God, or any gods, specifically my god in particular, if I find out there's one problem, I will come back there, and I will chuck you even farther than I did the alchemist. And crushes the stone.
Oh no! Oh no!
Roll a strength check for that.
Because I'm pouring advantage into this one.
No, you're not.
Oh, you fool! I have one thing that will allow me.
Fuck.
The one thing you said, oh, you can't use that for your shit.
Well, it's a 15, so you try and crush the stone, and the
That's
metal
a metal
working,
hand.
the metal working around it is like the metal bends a little, but the stone is fine. And we turn to you, Pier. You, Pier. You are from room. You see a woman in her mid-30s, an elven woman in her mid-30s, just reading a book. She see a little blushing on her face. She's kind of secretive with the book. But you are currently crouched behind a pile of clothes, and you get a uniform, and you turn into Blasco, or not just a random person.
Random person.
Yeah, and I want you to stealth out of this room.
Okay.
All right. She's too engrossed in her book, and as you walk out and you kind of peer back in, I want you to roll a perception. She's reading porn.
Neato.
She's reading erotica. She's reading erotica at work, and you see the title of the book, and it's called "The Jade Embrace" by Balthy and whatever. It's just called "The Jade Embrace," and she's just kind of clutching her chest, and her face is beet red. And you just walk down the hall. You just kind of. What are you looking for now that you have a fucking uniform and this is happening?
I just wanted a uniform and try to get out without. I just want to be able to get access into the building and pretend to be that said person, and try to get higher districts.
Okay, so you're basically trying to get back into the room where you left. Are you?
Let's see if I'm smart enough to do that, actually. That would be a bad idea. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go straight there. I'm gonna go straight to the room.
You you find your way back to the room, and you knock on the door. One of the guards opens the door slightly, and he's like, who are you? What do you need? What's your business here?
Wasn't there a person that escaped here? I thought he went down that way. I just saw him.
I want you to roll Inception.
God fucking damn!
God shit! It's like, sir, the one who escaped. This one saw them on the way here. It's like, go! And
you probably need everyone there.
The 5 guards just go out, and you see like 3 more guards going down the hall. And Blasco's back is turned down the hallway, down the way that you pointed. You just step back in the room, sit in your chair, turn back into you, Pierre, like nothing happened.
And put all the clothes into the bag of holding.
Yep. Everybody else, you see Upir strip out of nowhere and then put his regular clothes back on in like 10 seconds.
Yurix
Feel
proceeds to pick
accomplished.
him up.
I will use cutting words to try to make that not happen.
I hope you can beat me in strength.
So that would
roll
be
in athletics,
athletic.
Upir. Not Upir. Roll in your Upir, acrobatics, or athletics of your choice.
So wait, what do we need to roll?
Athletics for
Upir
Yurix.
your grapple, athletics. Yurix. Yurix for your grapple, athletics. That's the 22. Upir, acrobatic or athletics of your choice to contest.
And then I'll use the cutting words to grade it by D6. I don't want it to grab.
Okay.
Can't grab it.
Nope, you don't. He's like, you go to get it, you go to grab him, and he's like, no! And you feel a slight pushback, and he kind of slips out of your grasp.
Alright, I tried to do this easy way. Yurix brings out the warhammer.
What's going on? And Blasco turns around and is like,
Calm
put that
yourself,
away.
man. Calm yourself.
You just see
Nothing
the
to-
alchemist covering his face with a hand palm, like,
Can I try and
Yurix now
stop
goes up
Yorick?
and he prepares to take a swing at Alchemist's left kneecap.
No, no.
Hold on, I'm not doing anything. I just have my hand. I just have a face palm going on.
Everybody, shut up! Yurix, you do not take your hammer out. Nobody attacks anyone. That spell is not cast. Blasco closes the door, turns around, and says, now. He looks at you, Upir, he's like, whatever. Now that you're all here, we can get to talking about Baraka. He pulls out 2 notebooks from his bag and puts them on the table. They look very similar to the notebook that you have.
Let me guess. Can
One says part 3, the other says part 4.
Out of character, we found part 1 and part 2, right?
No,
I
we
have
found
part 1.
Oh, so we're missing part 2. Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We found these 2 books, here and in Tropus, which means that Baraka has split his information across the entire continent, and we have apparently found one, which means the last one can either be in Vexalia or Sequan, and we know it's not in Vexalia because no one goes to Vexalia, so it has to be somewhere in Sequan, which means we have to go to Sequan to find it, which means that we either have to go around Tropus, through the entirety of Tropus, or cut through Vexalia. And I'm pretty sure no one wants to do that. So why don't we dig into these books where
I'm out of character. I'm not hearing you over some background noise that's going on. Plus, you keep
Okay.
cutting
That's
in and out
probably
of it.
my brother and family. I'll close the door 1 second.
I love this game. I like the times. Also, I am not going to roll for deep. Not yet, at least.
Okay, I'm back.
Everything fixed on your end?
Yeah, family's just being loud since our brother's back. Anyone else there? Oh, no.
We're just going to push up to do something. So.
Okay.
Yeah, chef's doing chef things.
Alright. This is the last time I'm going. Who the fuck is measuring right now?
Not me.
So
This is the last time I'm going to say this. Talking over everyone needs to stop. It doesn't matter if you have a joke or you're trying to do a check. Either type it in the Discord or the Roll20 or don't say anything. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start rolling initiative for conversation, and I don't want to have to do that. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yep.
Roger.
All right. Now, who was last speaking?
Uh,
I believe that was your character, actually.
Yeah, we were waiting on you, sweetie.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to get up because it was loud, that's all.
Okay. Would you all please share your information with us so we can probably get this done sooner and catch him sooner and throw him into the cauldron? Please.
I'll pull out the book and hand it to him.
All right. He looks over all three and he's like, all right. All right. So what I'm getting here, and he first goes over to the door, taps the side of it, the wall next to it, and a panel comes down. He presses one button, and you see a glow of yellow energy fill the room and fill the walls. This is a cone of silence. Whatever we say in here will be heard by no one. What we say in here will also stay in here. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
If one word is said about any of this, we will hunt you down and we will apprehend you. Does everyone agree?
Yep.
Yep.
Reminds me back home.
Looks to you, Alchemist. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
All right. Yorks, what did you want to say?
Okay, so he was basically talking about how things were having a little trouble. Like, they had to go either through the middle section or the fucking Tropus.
Yep.
You know, you could just go through Andoria, right?
We've thought of that, but
Yeah.
we have to get clearance from the tower. In order to get clearance from the tower, we have to give them something. They're kind of greedy in that sense. They want something for something else. Favors for favors.
Well, considering the fact that this is a joint operations now, would it not be kind of we both want the same thing?
We can contact them and see if they'd let us through based on what we have. But for right now, let's figure out what information we have first. And Miss, if you would like to leave the room, you may.
Okay, leave the room then.
He opens the door, and the magic field drops for a minute. And when he closes the door back, it drops off. And Serena, you're outside with one guard just standing at his post next to the door. Just like, all right. Now, I have to change the music because this is a lore moment.
Liz, you ready to type for us?
Huh?
Liz, are you ready for typing? Because I can't type for shit.
Can anybody hear that?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, I hear
My
it
microphone
lightly.
doesn't work.
Okay.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Alright, let me know if that gets too loud. Let's see, you wanted to say something?
Exactly what I typed in chat. That's
Cool.
where Lucy happens to be.
Alright. He looks over the books and sees, Alright, it seems that in these books are laid out trade routes. That we already knew. But what's interesting here is how he's getting around the continent. He's basically having teleportation circles in secret places, transporting, and he's basically forming an army for this guy, this master, this Zaza. We've been trying to find information about him. we can't find anything. The only thing we could find is that some records of a guy named Caesar. He was part of the Ministry of Magic here, and he did some experiment that got him kicked out. Basically, he was excommunicated, and apparently this is what he was doing. So, Raka serves this Zaza guy, right? Have you all gotten that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember.
Okay. So, he's also mentioning a woman by the name of Naga. She's apparently his mistress, and there's this anecdote in here about how kind she was to him. She took him in and taught him everything he knows, which is nice, but that doesn't give us much because we also searched the name Nadra and we didn't get anything.
Would any of
As
us
far
know
as-
the name?
Roll history with disadvantage. Whoever wants to figure out this name, roll history with disadvantage. Actually, everybody roll. Everybody.
Even me?
No, not you, because you didn't hear this.
Okay, history. Okay.
Ah, man, that's funny.
That's for once.
We're missing no one. The only one who would know anything about it would be Alchemist. Alchemist, you have heard the name before. You don't exactly know where, but it's a name of power. It's a name of a woman who's
So
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so I'll essentially relay and be like, the name sounds familiar, but I can't seem to recall. It also doesn't help I lost most of my memories too, so
Yeah. The only thing you can remember of any tangible use is this woman is ruthless.
Yeah.
Serena, you go next door, and you kind of, the door's a little open, and you kind of peek in. You see the rest of Blasco's party in that room, and they're just observing. They all look at you, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing in here?" They don't say anything, but they give you that. They give you that look.
Can I close the door and then try to sneak in?
They're all looking at you. There's no way you can sneak in.
Okay. I don't think I can take them on, so.
No.
Instantly see Regat slowly close his door.
Yeah. So going back into the room, we can't find anything about this Nadra woman, but we do have a rough estimate on where his stronghold might be. We know it's in Sekwal, but we have to go there to get any more. We have to get that last part. We have a bit of a radius, and I will put that on the map. It's basically in that square somewhere. We don't know where, but it's in that general area. But we don't know exactly where it is, which means we have to get some information on it. However we can. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Does anyone have any ideas on how we can at least get in contact with anyone who might know?
Well, there is that one merchant that's right on the border who has teleportation circles to every different continent. So you could probably ask him if you could teleport there.
Who are you talking about?
This random
Persia?
snow person. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, are you talking about the man who was
The
secluded?
Tabaxi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that person. Yeah,
Oh,
He
shit.
wasn't a merchant. He was just a mage.
mage. Yeah.
yeah. But essentially, what I was described out of character to that place was that it just randomly teleports from place to place. It's not like he never told us how it was active or if
Yeah,
it's
he
specifically linked to
he
it.
explained that he had relocation spells, and he showed us exactly where they get relocated to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but as far as we know, it has to, like, wouldn't it have to be cast by specifically him to have it work, or like did he never say go into detail about that?
He basically. I didn't explain that very well, but he would have to do it himself.
Yeah, so if he got killed by those knickknacks, whatever the fuck they were, we essentially screwed ourselves.
You don't know. We can send. Do you have the location of it? And he takes out a map and he puts it on the table.
Yeah, I'll point out and be like, he could be here, 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 or here, and he like out of character all the places that you marked on the map.
Okay. All right. We'll check the one by the border, and hopefully and we'll see if they're there. But we also have thing though. We have some ambassadors from Saya here, and well, they're kind of looking for him too.
Wait,
apparently-
that's just the who?
Yeah.
Saya.
Saya, not one of the towers. Okay, so
No.
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Holy fucking shit,
What
it
the-
scared me.
Oh, is that?
all right, yeah,
Yeah.
spell out the name really quick.
Yeah, because I didn't hear it. I'm so sorry.
York's his home country.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
As soon as, because York's told me that, as soon as they say that, you're just going to see Lissy look over at York.
York's pales. Very, very pales. Wait, can Gray pale?
I mean, you
Kinda.
get lighter.
York's feels like he's about to go abominable Yeti right now.
Okay. It's like, what's wrong with this one? Why is he doing that?
Because you said the name of his homeland, and I don't think that might be good for him. I don't know.
Okay, well then just don't run into them. Whatever. It's not important right now. Either way.
It is important. What ambassadors did they send? Were any of them elves wearing black and gold?
There was one. And I remember they had a dwarf named Tyrion, and there was the elf's name was Joffrey, I believe.
Okay, I know what you're getting at, but going back into the serious note, well, Tyrion I can appreciate. The black and gold elf, that will be the problem. That's not an ambassador, that's an inquisitor.
Okay. Is that a danger to our tower?
Let me put it to you this way. You are familiar with the city of Lima, correct? What was the city of Lima?
I've never heard of this city.
They've written a song about it, and it's because of what happened on that day.
We'll get to that later. All I need to know is are these men a danger to
Tyrion,
our tower
no.
or not?
Tyrion, no. The Inquisitor depends on which side you get. If you act polite and kind enough, Inquisitorium will not have problems. But if there is interests that the Inquisitorium finds, they may send agents from the Spuznata. It will not be good for you in terms of intelligence.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on them. Well, a closer eye than we already are keeping. Either way. what we're going to do here is we're going to keep you here in this tower for a couple days. While we do some extra research and we'll go look more into Rusaya as a whole, we're going to figure out what we can do, what route to take, and when to strike. This all depends on if we can get that information done. So, we're going to do some digging on this tabaxi you speak of, and hopefully he's not near the stick stack or the frick frack territories. But if he is, well, he's kind of fucked if he hasn't figured out a way to drive them out. But he should be fine, I guess, as long as one doesn't like try and find him or anything. He should be okay. Either way, we have some thinking to do. So we're going to put you up. What? What? Did you remember something?
And he turns to the party. What about the elementals?
What about them?
Remember, they also have knowledge.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. They said that if we ever needed something important to ring the bell, and I was given one, right?
Yeah, they
They
did
gave
give
you
him
a small. They gave you a small brass bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it utmost important. So maybe, hopefully they don't get mad.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't want to fucking ring the bell and just waste the only other opportunity we're gonna have with them. So we'll just I'll just put it in Yorick's kind of describes these earth elementals, but he doesn't mention the bell. But he does say hey, if you have druids, have them talk to the elements and be hey, ask around on the elemental side.
We can do that. Of course, we'd have to do all of this on our own. We can't really exactly trust you with all our resources. But we can do is give you permissions to the lower and middle market and residence districts to do your own digging of your own. But
would we...
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to ask, would we be allowed to buy weapons and armor that you would sell here?
Look, what we can do for all of you is we can give you access to the forge, general residence, the general markets, and the middle crafting, and basically anything up to the 60th floor you will have access to. Anything above that, you would have to go through us to get special permission.
Okay.
Now, this is us being hospitable, and we hope that you do not cause any trouble in our tower, our city, and betray our trust and hospitality.
I mean, Tower Andoria isn't on fire, so I'd say we're good.
It was for a short time, but that was not our fault.
No, that was Baraka.
Jeez. Okay, but look, we'll talk to you as soon as we have something. And he walks out of the room, and some guards come to take you to where you'll be staying.
Though you did make a hole in Tyler and Doria with Alchemist, so
To be fair, I also got black.
As you're all back in the elevator, the guards are kind of looking Yorick's up and down. They've seen Golith before, but they kind of heard, murmuring to themselves, yeah, science. Yeah.
Wait, what are they saying? And can I make a perception check?
Make a perception check to try and hear what they're saying.
Okay, perception.
You don't hear them.
Oh,
You don't
God.
hear them either.
My God, I suck.
Alright, for shits and giggles, I'll try to.
Come on, Alchemist.
Serena, you know that you don't have the now.
Okay, so you don't have the channels anymore.
Man, what rules?
I don't think even inspiration would do it.
Rusaya. And Alchemist, you hear, yeah, that guy's from Rusaya. Serena, you hear all of this. You basically hear, yeah, that guy's from Messiah. Should we look out for him? Should we tell him about the squad that came in yesterday? Well, the tower already knows about that. They didn't tell him that. So be it. Yeah, but that Jeffrey, whatever his name is, he's just kind of going around doing every. I mean, it's like hospitality type thing. That guy, Tyler, whatever his name is, he's with him, and he seems to be policing him fine. Yeah, but I mean, I've seen what that guy can do. He's pretty ruthless when he gets mad. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on him, I guess. I just hope I don't get on that shit. Yeah. And they just kind of talk about personal shit, like where they're gonna drink that night, yada yada yada.
Can I
Cleric
ask these
also was
gods
just for a little.
about?
I mean, just not really too comedical, but just something to help lighten everybody's mood. Yours kind of takes off his metal arm, well, the metal part of his arm, like, so that way that's just the metal nub and stuff. And he kind of goes over to the guard. He's like, hey, "Excuse me, can you give me a hat here?" And he kind of extends the middle hand.
Oh God.
It's like, oh god, oh shit. Serena, what do you want to do?
Oh, can I persuade the gods to, because I overheard the conversation, to tell me the location of this guy from Yorik's country running amok?
Yeah. Roll a
Aww.
persuasion.
Dang it.
We're not allowed to give that information.
Wait, someone's running amok?
Well, I mean, he's not running amok, but he's just doing whatever he wants. It's not like he's destroying things. He's just being a dick.
No.
I want to
Wait,
beat him up.
who's being dick?
What?
Who's being dick?
That Jeffrey guy, from Rusaya.
Joffrey?
Yeah. Whatever.
Inquisitors are always dicks.
But, yeah. And, the elevator dings, and you all arrive on the 10th floor. You are now in the general residences. They guide you to a home, actually. And they knock on the door, and it's like, "Hello, Marcus Guard." It's like, "Oh, yes, one moment." And then just kind of hear some ruffling around. Then you open the door, and you see a very elderly gnomish woman, with very large glasses and a cane. It's like, hello. Oh, you all must be the visitors from Andoria. Welcome to my home. My name is Gladys. I will be where you will be staying here for the, what do you mean? Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wait, never
in
mind.
the
Sorry.
journal, yeah. You'll be staying here for the tower. If you have any questions about where things are or anything like that, you can ask my son. Well, come in. And you all go in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You all go into the house. You are immediately with scent of fresh baked cookies. They are chocolate chip, and there's a fresh plate of chocolate chip cookies on the living room table. And Frederick immediately smells these and starts walking towards them. He's like, "Oh, what are these?"
Don't have
Wait,
those.
does anyone even know that the dog can talk?
People have been noticing.
I'm back.
People have been noticing that Thermos can talk, but no one's really saying anything about it.
Yeah, so if Fenris is smelling chocolate cookies, I'll look at Fenris and be like, "Fenris, that won't be good for your stomach. If you have too much of a chocolate in your system, it could possibly kill you."
Yes, that's true.
That's dogs, not direwolves.
Well, wolves, canine, it's the whole entire canine species, isn't it? Like, chocolate messes up with their stomachs. Yeah.
No, what it does is it raises their heart rates.
Oh, yeah.
It's because the caffeine. It does the exact same thing it does to humans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then I've been misled about chocolate for dogs and canines in general.
People have said the same thing about grapes, and all of my dogs love frozen grapes.
Right,
Okay.
It's moderation.
used
Mine
to
likes
eat like
bananas.
chocolate ice cream, and he lived to like his old age. Like, he
Okay.
died of old age.
Alright, so interesting facts aside.
Canine facts.
Canine facts with critical
Episode
fuckery.
episode title: Canine Facts. Read
Cool.
it.
But like you all see a very kind of not poorly decorated, but it all looks very Victorian kind of style decorations. You see the
It's
couches.
granny style, right?
Yeah, it's very granny style. Doilies everywhere. You see a lot of paintings. You see the emblem of Thrustnull, the god of this tower, which is a pick, a anvil, a pick and a hammer, or an anvil. That is the symbol of Thrustnull. And you see it everywhere, on the doilies, on the couches, on the walls and paintings. There's visions. There's paintings of what he might look like. Nobody really knows. This woman loves this god. He's like, all right. She looks to the guard. Shoot. I can take care of them. He's like, all right. Also, I'm wondering if I could get that thing tailored. Right. I'll send it to you to your house. All right. Just calm down. Bye. And he just kind of rushes him out the door and closes it. Now, what are all of your names and where are you all from?
I'll start first by saying, just my Serena and Roundstead.
Oh, I've been to Brownstead. Very nice place. And you, the little tiefling woman. Ooh, you have a very wonderful, very magnificent wolf hair. And she walks over to Fenris and kind of pets his leg, I guess, as he didn't reach.
Oh yes, keep petting.
No, and he's like, I'm sure you hold a lot of wisdom. Oh, and he talks too. Wonderful. What's your name? She's talking to you, Lissy.
Lissy, I'm the wolf's companion.
Oh, isn't that nice? You know, there's a lot of different types of relationships these days, and I don't really judge here. So
I'm a druid. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The point of that is she doesn't have the tentacle staff out. She has her father's staff.
Okay. And she looks to you, Yorix. Is like, oh, you're from Messiah, aren't you?
Is it because I have big face?
No, I can just tell sometimes. Also, you kind of have the same vibe as all of the that child, I should say, running around doing whatever.
Believe me, if Inquisitorium were not necessary at times, we'd be probably better off about it.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Yorix also extends his metal hand out.
And she shakes a finger. Say, and who are you, sir? Turns to you here.
I am Upir. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Very, very nice. All of you partake, but I have I also have this thing that some nomads found in the jungles of Sekwan. It's called coffee, I believe it's called. Coffee. Yes. I have. It's like a brownish liquid. It's actually quite nice if you like some.
Never had that.
Pass.
Rex goes for this coffee that he has never tried before, because now it sounds delicious.
What's that insight for?
The cookies. Everything I've been eating, offered by old ladies, have been wrong. I don't trust it.
They just he's like, yeah, fine. So who wants coffee? Who wants tea?
I mean, saying the cookies and
Rex
the
goes for
coffee.
coffee.
Oh, you always ask for coffee. Does anybody else want to drink?
Can I use my insight roll for inciting both the cookies and the coffee?
Everything's fine. She's just trying to be hospitable.
Coffee and a
Take a cookie.
Okay. All right. I'll bring out some.
I'll just
Thank
take a
you.
cookie and a little milk.
All right, I can do that. And you, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Alchemist.
Yeah, my name is the Elemental Alchemist. I don't remember where I'm from or my real name. Memory loss and whatnot.
Oh, don't be silly. Your name is Your name. Wait. I remember you.
Wait, you do?
Gladys. Gladys, remember?
Yeah, memory completely lost due to a really, really, really big explosion.
Oh, that's right. You were one of those chemists, the alchemists at that school. Oh, that poor explosion. Oh, you poor thing. I'm sorry, miss. We don't have any ale here. This is a very dry. This is a dry house. But I remember. Your name is. Hold on. What is your name?
Yorick tilts his head at Alchemist. Wait,
I'm shrugging my shoulders, being like, I don't fucking remember.
Percy.
No.
Percy. It was a P name. It was Percy or Percy. 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 Your name was
alright.
Percy.
When she says that, would it be fair to make a check to see if I would actually would kickstart my memory and see if I would actually remember something that was more accurate, or
Roll a wisdom save.
wisdom save? All right.
wisdom save or wisdom check?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wisdom check. Sorry.
That still would have been the same the other way. It's still the same bonuses.
Okay. As soon as she says the word Percy, it kind of echoes in your head, and then the memory comes flooding back. You're standing in a hallway wearing your school robes, holding a textbook, and you're kind of reading and walking at the same time. And then some people call out to you, "Hey, bro! Hey! Hey!" Sorry, I wrote this name fucking down, and I still can't fucking pronounce it.
Well, type it out in chat. Fucking.
Yeah, I'll type it.
Oh yeah, I'll say I'm from Tropus. I almost forgot about that. Or you here.
Persiphon?
Persiphon, yes.
Persiphon.
Hey, Percy! Persiphon! It's me! And it's like, you turn around, you talk, like, they're like, I just like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. And then you remember, and you come right back to that room. And you're like, oh shit.
I'm just like, well, that's a start. Okay.
Your name was Persiphon.
That's.
Yeah,
that's good.
Hold on, I gotta take care of something. Be right back, like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Maybe we got some law for the elemental alchemist. That means you have to change it from elemental alchemist to the alchemist Persiphon.
Nah, like I'll still keep the nickname of the elemental alchemist. I'm just gonna put precision of the pit. I gotta get used to saying that name.
Hey Finn, are you ready for your adventure time?
Come on, grab your friends.
Yeah, I could just do that and be like, oh, like Finn. Sounds familiar.
Now I just forgot to add in that I'm from Tropus. So.
So I heard something about a tentacle staff, and I went.
Yes, Lizzie has a tentacle staff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
it
can go
different?
allow you bitches.
Pretty useful.
Multi-purpose, the Collins.
Oh god.
For the ladies.
I regret asking. And was he's already back on WoW.
I'm just checking something while Chef's not here.
You know,
Oh
I'm
wow.
gonna take a bio quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick bio break right now. I'll be right back.
So I'm happy that I did my stealth mission correctly. York, you still here?
I'm sorry, what? I'm kind of too busy looking at the pictures for what John Wick 3 is going to look like.
In what?
Yeah, apparently there's a couple of release photos of John Wick 3's set.
I do not know what that is, and
You never watched John Wick?
oh, John Wick. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't hear what.
Yeah, they just released pictures for like the third fucking movie.
Sorry, again, it was cutting out and like couldn't hear it correctly. But yeah, I've seen him train the gun range for this movie on the ads for YouTube. He's getting pretty damn good.
Wait, what?
Yeah, on YouTube there was ads of him training at the gun range, and he's pretty damn good at firing
Okay.
for John Wick.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. Oh, you were talking. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about ads or something.
Yeah, it was an ad on YouTube of him just showing what he's been training.
Okay.
Lizzie is not here.
Alright.
She went to the restroom or something like
Yeah,
that.
she had to take a quick bio break. So,
You
No,
all-
I'm still
Oh, that
here.
was
Or-
me.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm back.
Alright. So,
forgive me, I'm about 7 bottles in now. Not bottles, but fucking glasses.
Jesus.
So you all are just kind of. Well, she brings the coffee. She brings the tea. The coffee is actually quite nice. It's bitter, but it's very smooth at the same time. And the tea is a nice black tea, very warm and calming. She's like, when you are ready, I can show you to your rooms. They're pretty basic, but they should do for the time you're here. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, your milk. Oh, right. She kind of rushes back into the kitchen and brings you a glass of milk.
Thank you.
So, what does coffee taste like for your orcs?
For Yorick's, coffee tastes like, actually pretty good. It's more to Yorick's taste. Yorick's just very hard, man.
It's just
like, hard
black.
drinks and liquor. It's just black.
Is this drink, and he kind of leans closer to it. It speaks to my soul.
I'm gonna ask the old woman if I could just have if there's any extra cups of that coffee laying around.
Yes, I can bring you some, and she brings. So you all kind of settle in. She directs you to your rooms. They're pretty basic. There's just a bed, a desk, and a window for most of you. Not really much to put your clothes, like if you had weapons or anything. But yeah, you all just settle in. If there is anything you all do, bed. It's kind of like around 8 p.m. Things are starting to settle down. So
Could I study up on more Infernal or no?
I'm just gonna guess because I'm just gonna put this in for personal hygiene for my character. Wait, is it bathing? Like, is it medieval, which they don't believe in bathing, or like?
you ask her if there is a
dust bath.
so a place where you can bathe. And she's like, yes, I have a washtub out there. If you require like sand or something, you need water. What do you need to bathe, dear?
Yes, water will be fine.
No, it'd be more
Okay.
dust with your lizard scales, actually.
Okay, yeah, that.
Well, I can gather some. 1 second. And she goes outside, and he's like, you hear mumbling and stuff like that. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And like, my son will have
Like
a
sand or
tub full of
dust.
sand and dust for you.
Okay, thanks.
And you go out, bathe, and you bathe and get a dust bath. Anything else? Anyone else? You appear with your infernal. You just kind of review information. There's nothing else really to learn right now. You're just kind of reviewing what you've learned already and trying to improve.
I would just be taking a bath.
All right. You all take turns taking a bath.
I just press vegetation myself then.
Okay. Nothing else? No one else wants to...
Can I clean my armor off of like any of the hag's guts and stuff off of it?
Yeah, you all, like, I'm sure you all, like, clean your weapons, clean your armor, things like that before you all...
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna take a stroll to the nearest pub to get some ale.
Okay. You ask her where the nearest pub is, and she kind of regrettably is like, "Oh, it's down the street a ways." And you go to the Goring Bull pub, and you order some ale. They'll send you back to silver, and but they'll you just kind of have a drink.
Okay.
At least she doesn't pull Lizzie.
Yeah. So the night passes. You all wake up the next morning, long rest. You gain all your health and spells, whatnot. And the day is yours. You kind of just have a couple days of free time.
Alright.
Alright, now, I'm sure you all want to do shit and make things, so I'm going to go in order. Alchemist, is there anything that you want to do?
I'm going to check out weapon shops and see if they have any better hand crossbows.
Sorry about that.
Okay, is there anything else?
I don't know if there's anything better than, like, I'm trying to think if I want better armor, but, like, citadel armor I'm actually pretty good with. Unless they have... Oh, I'll see if they have any, mithril chainmail or something, and see if I can find some of that.
Okay. You go around, you ask various amounts of weapon dealers for better hand crossbows, and you find one that can give you just a more, like a newer set. Ones you have are kind of worn and used a lot. They wouldn't give you any additional damage or anything like that. It's just a better set.
Oh, so no damage change, no bonuses, nothing, just...
No bonuses.
Then not interested. My
Okay.
hand crossbows are in so good condition, they're not gonna break anytime soon.
As far as the armor is concerned, no. They have it there. It's in the high market districts, and even if you could get in there, it'd be way too expensive for you right now.
God damn it! Like, why is mithril? Like, mithril shouldn't be that expensive, but yet whatever. It's your world. Eh.
If I'm not correct, mithril's like the
500
highest
gold.
Really?
500
Yeah.
gold for adding it to any type of weapon.
Oh,
Price.
hold on.
Actually, no. Mithril, you're thinking of adamantium.
Oh,
Yeah, adamantium. That's what I.
Adamantium's indestructible. Mithril, that has complete magical properties. I think that's... Hold on, because I have a Pathfinder item thing that tells you about this kind of shit.
I'm pretty
One
sure.
Let me look this up.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I got my information correct.
Yeah, I know. Like, fucking adamantite's pretty expensive because I did run. Like, I'm in another game where I fucking made a fucking adamantite hammer out of shit that I found.
Yeah, because anything that's adamantium is 500.
Yeah.
Armor. Here we go. I sure yeah. The highest you could go. Size.
Because like, essentially, if I can get a chain shirt that lets me add my full dex modifier instead of just a max of 2, that would be great.
Um.
I remember something from 3.5 where they did actually have mithril, but it was like designed for anti-magic.
Well, I just want the fucking additional I just want like better armor.
I'm gonna say if you wanted better armor, you could get a breastplate. But that's
Yeah, but that's the
best.
same as my stellar armor with my dex modifier.
Oh crap!
No.
Hey, I have something.
Breastplate gives you a 14 plus.
Yeah,
dex.
14 plus dex modifier max 2. So that means I would have 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
And
so that
with
gives
my
you
lower
12.
armor, I have 16 right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I found the mithril.
Okay.
It's
Mithril?
light, flexible metal. A mithril chain shirt or breastplate can be worn under normal clothing. If the armor normally imposes disadvantages on dexterity, stealth checks, or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor doesn't.
Oh, so it doesn't remove the dex modifier max cap?
No.
That's
That's adamantine.
That's adamantine, and that shit's indestructible. That's gonna be
wait, adamantine removes the dex modifier, like
No,
of the max.
No.
Here.
Not getting rid of your dex modifier.
I'm just a little confused. All I wanted was just like armor that was like light enough to where I'd be able to have my full dex modifier instead of only adding just.
That's
There's
no
a
armor.
light armor.
Yeah,
That's either light armor or no armor at all.
That.
The thing
So,
about
like-
the thing about mithril, and I'm so sorry for saying this. Mithril basically it doesn't impose disadvantage on your stealth checks, and it doesn't have the strength requirements. Basically, it would just be like wearing either a chain shirt or breastplate armor, except it doesn't impose the disadvantage on your stealth or requires your strength.
So you don't need strength of 13 to wear.
Yeah.
Basically, and you'd still be stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that your dexterity bonus would be capped.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. I don't want it to be like I guess I'm stuck with like steel leather unless I find like magic. Unless I can find a magical +1 steel leather or something.
If you want to get it +1, like blessed or something like that, that's possible.
You do have a paladin who can go
Two
to
of them.
other
Two
districts.
paladins.
That can
You have
most
to
likely
paladin.
get it for free.
It'd only be free if the paladins asked for it. If you were with a paladin, they'd give you a discount.
Yeah, that's all right. I guess I can do that. Blessed by a +1. I mean, if it's within my price range, I'd also see if I can get it to a +2. But that's up to debate.
The +1 is going to cost you 100.
100 gold.
Yes, and that's the discount.
Okay, so how much would it cost to get it to a +2?
+2 would be 700 gold.
All right, so that'd be 800 gold in total, is what you're saying.
Yes, but they say that in order to give it to +2, you'd have to be a member of our order.
Ah.
Basically, the churches will give +1s to people who will pay, but to get anything higher than that, you'd have to be a member of the church.
And I don't believe you're willing to convert to the religion of our Lord and Savior.
I mean, if it was Bahamut, dragons are cool. I'd be like, you know what? I wouldn't mind becoming a follower of Bahamut. Bahamut, like dragons are cool.
I mean,
I'm so sorry, I
that
thought you
shit
said
flies.
Bahamut.
That
I
shit
was
flies in
thinking-
Tropus, but
I was thinking Bahamut. I should have done that. I could have converted alchemist.
so you now have a +1 studded leather and subtract 100 to gold.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
All right.
Could I make it +2 armor and pretend to be someone else and join the order within the time?
I'm pretty sure they'd see that deception.
Yeah,
Pretty
they'd
good.
see through that shit really fast.
I said,
But is there anything else that you want to get done, Brett?
You mean alchemist?
Yeah. I'm like, hold on.
Sorry,
I'm
Alchemist.
yeah.
my
Oh,
bad.
sorry.
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 Yeah.
interrupted.
Yeah, I'm making a change to the armor now, so I wouldn't I'm not forgetting.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm just trying to think what else would be really handy. Oh, I want to see if I can exchange my arrows and crossbow bolts with silver ammunition versions of those.
Okay. I'm trying to give you accurate costs for things now, so.
Okay, so let me actually check that because that's actually in the player's handbook of how much it usually costs. Okay, really quick. All right, so getting any piece of ammunition, like getting 10 pieces of ammunition silvered is 100 gold each for 10.
Okay. So, for 10 arrows, that's 100.
So if I wanted 20 arrows and 20 crossbows, that would be 400 gold.
Yes.
Alright, so I will do that. Saying I have the money. Because I really don't have much to spend it else on.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to shop for?
Alchemist?
Are you done?
I'm just trying to think of anything else that would probably.
I can come back to you if you want.
No, probably the other things aren't within my price range, or I can't get access to quite yet, seeing how we are still low part. So yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay, you here.
Okay, I want to try and find weird armor that is unique. I will like an investigation to find.
Yeah, roll an investigation.
Where did he go? Oh, there you are.
You can't really find a place. There's plenty of armor places, but nothing that's like a weird, quirky armor type place. You can't exactly find it. Is there anything else?
Then I'll just study up on Infernal for a couple of days. Then, how many days we're going by again? You said.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
How many days is this time of?
Jeez. You're gonna be there for about 4 days.
4 days? If we're gonna be here for 4 days, I want to see if I can find some more additional like.
Okay, this is just day one. This is just day one.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, this will be my day 1. Day 2, I'll tell you what else I'm gonna do.
Okay. And then I'm again going to study up on Infernal as much as possible.
Okay. So roll 3 intelligence checks. 1 with advantage. Okay.
I'll take the highest one for advantage.
Yeah, you start reviewing again, and then you go into some more difficult things. You grasp those, and then you kind of try to apply them to sentences, and it's difficult, but you're making progress. Is there anything else that you want to get done for today?
No. With all the 3 intelligence checks would take up like probably 8 to 10 hours. So I think I'd be over with just the intelligence checks.
All right.
Time wise.
You're
Oh, holy shit. I'm so sorry. A couple quick things. First, Yorix wants to go towards the armors and weapon shops and inquire 2 things. First is adamantium, and the second is for a belt of giant strength.
Okay. Adamantine armor, 10,000 gold. I'm
Jesus.
sorry, not gold. Platinum. 10,000 platinum.
Oh, Chef, you're breaking my balls, man.
That shit's expensive because it's fucking indestructible.
Yeah, well, that makes
normal. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because like for 1 bar of adamantite, it's like 4,000 gold normally, isn't it?
Okay, so what about the belt of giant strength?
Belt of giant strength, that'd be 1,000 gold, and you're trying to haggle with this guy, and he's like,
no, wait. You said it's just 1,000 gold?
Yeah.
Okay, what level of giant strength? What level of giant strength? There's a couple.
Sorry, my mic disconnected. What did you say?
Yeah. What level of like giant strength is it?
Yeah, there's a number. Like storm giant strength is 29.
Okay.
I feel giant 21.
Let me look at the fucking.
I'm not gonna try breaking the game just yet, but I do want to know, and I know like it can increase power.
I hate the fact that you said yeah. Belt of giant.
It's going to happen.
So you would probably want the one that is above 22.
You get. He has a belt of hill giant strength.
Give me 1 second. I want to double check all my shit. I actually have a book here that tells me.
Wait,
It's
which
21
giant
strength. 21 strength.
21 strength, and I know that it increases after a lot of time. So
Wait, it increases after a lot of time after you're wearing it?
there's an expanse on the belt of giant strength. Basically, depending upon how strong an entity is, it can increase over time.
Oh, so depending on what level it is, what strength?
Basically.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'll put 1,000 gold for that belt of giant strength.
Okay. You now have a belt of hill giant strength, which requires attunement.
Give me 1 second, because I also have a few other things I'd like to do. So, let me see if I can pull... Is it in the compendium?
I don't know.
Let me double
It's
check.
a compendium, but just normal belt of giant
Okay,
strength.
it's bringing up items.
It lists all the ones on there.
Belt of giant strength, it is.
Huh. Actually, that brings up a good question. There are items that increase the strength score. Are there fucking magical items that increase dexterity scores?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm
Or-
sure
or at the very least, like items that would make it so I'm a better aim with like ranged weapons too. That'd be also nice.
There are.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
There's like
So now I've got a strength of 21.
Glasses of the Eagle, I think, something like that.
Yeah, because like it'd be really handy if I had like magical items that had like some kind of benefit to my archery skills.
Okay, it's York's turn still. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yep, Yorks. What else you want to do?
I think you
Actually,
still
what
had
I
a
do
game.
is go to the, is there a temple of Baratheon in this place? I need to know that.
There is not.
What? Okay, then I'm going to ask the next important question. Is there a temple to Liara, Baratheon's wife? She's a goddess of nature.
There is no temple to Liara, but there is a temple to my god's page, Golios, which is the god of nature.
Alright.
A god of nature.
Alright, so this would at least be able to help a little bit. So I'm going to this place and I'm going to make a personal request to bless both my armor and my shield.
You go into the temple. It's very bare. There's only like 3 people there, and they said we're very busy right now. We have a lot of things to take care of as far as emergencies go, and we don't really know when, or where the people who can do that will be back. They apologize and they give you 10 gold, but they can't bless you. They can't bless your stuff right now.
That is fine, I'll still take it. So I'll just immediately go from there, probably walk past like a small armor smith and kind of make a request, like, hey, wait, is Fenris with us?
Fenris is with Lissy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna describe Fenris to this guy and ask if he can kind of model some leather armor.
He's like, yeah, I think I can do that. It'll take about 3 days though.
Fine by me, we will take it.
Alright, that's going to cost you. Nobody look it up because I need to find this stuff on my own. I need to commit this to memory because I'm so fucking bad.
Probably leather armor just times it by 2 or 3.
I got it. Just leave it alone.
I'm just checking like leather armor now, and what Furnace's actual AC right now would pretty much be the same with this dexterity bonus. Because his natural armor would be the same. Like if he's doing
it's just supposed to increase it by 1 for.
Okay,
story.
he can give you a set of studded leather dire armor for like this. Where's my phone?
Yeah, but I'm just saying out of character. If it was just even if it was started light armor, it's dwell plus Bex modifier, which is his +2 for him, and it'd still be the same armor class as his natural, which is 14. So
He can give you 450 gold.
Putting it down, and I'm also going to make a request for the leather right towards the paw to have small blades, and Yorks actually puts his 2 daggers to have be smelted down and turn into smaller blades.
He says, what I can do is I can attach, I can do the blades on the claws, but it's going to hinder movement slightly. So what he can do is he can have them be retractable.
I will take it.
That's going to be an extra 100.
I've got the gold to spare, so slap it down.
All right. Remove 550 gold from, and all of that will take 3 days.
Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this all up. 550 gold.
Yep. Now I'm going to ask, do you want a actual weapon for Fenris? Because he can wield one.
I mean, if we really wanted to give him a weapon, I could give him one of my short swords.
I have a long sword that I can technically give him, but give me 1 second. I need to do some math here. Do minus.
But yeah, now that I think about it, even if we give him like a short sword,
yeah,
it would
I'm still
it would actually do
gold.
less damage in his bite.
Basically,
Okay, so yeah, I slap it down, and I basically just keep my longsword just in case Fenris will.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? Is there anything else you want made?
Well, I can't really go find any other things. So next thing would probably be to. Is there a mail delivery place here?
Yes, there is a messenger.
Perfect. I'm going to this messenger spot. I'm going to write a very personal letter and have it immediately addressed to Val.
Okay.
I'll just type it up in private chat for you, Chef.
Yes.
And I'll have it sent.
You have to write one to Greshka.
It's kind of detailing it.
Okay. Okay. Is that everything you wanted to do?
Yes, that does.
Okay. Let's see. You're shopping.
I would like to go. Do we have access to the Druidic District?
Yes, you do.
Alright, then I would like to go to the Druidic District.
You go to the Druidic District.
Yorks beat me to something. Mainly just so, like, listen to the gossip between the druids and to pick up different seeds and to refill on my catalysts.
You pick up all your catalysts. You just find that walking around. As you enter the district, though, they tell you, like, you can find all your catalysts and things here at no charge to you. We only ask that if you buy seeds or something, that if you return something, if you do take seeds or catalyst something, you give something to nature in return. So basically, if you, like, take some plant, you leave, like, a couple seeds somewhere or something like that.
No, which would be
What?
Whoever's
and
background is that is pretty loud, just saying.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
not for the first day.
Okay. Serena, you're shopping.
Okay, first. How much does splint armor cost?
That would cost you 200.
200 gold?
For what armor?
Splint.
Splint.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Is there any chance? How much gold can I get if I were to sell my chainmail armor?
If you were selling chain mail, you would get 75 gold.
Okay, before I do that, I want to check. Do any of these stores, by any chance, sell a deck of many things?
Oh,
Roll an investigation.
that's a deadly deck.
You can't find any. There are plenty of magic shops, but none of them have them.
Okay. So, what I want to do is sell my chainmail to an armor smith and then buy some splint armor.
You sell your chainmail, you get 75 gold, and then you buy your splint armor and subtract 200 from
Okay, it's
your
now
inventory.
24. And how much would it cost to say I want to buy some vines? Just some plain old vines. I buy vines.
They say you can go to the Druidic district and get that.
Okay, go to the store and I buy some vines.
You get it. They say you don't need money for that. Just they direct you to a place where you can get vines. Take them at
Okay.
your leisure.
I get the vines, I decorate my new splint armor with said vines,
Okay.
and then I get shit-faced drunk at the next tavern.
Cool. That'll put you back 5 gold. You get shit faced. And I want you to roll 5 Constitution checks.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 25. Okay.
Double that 20 down.
You first start, you're doing good, and then you get another round, chucking that shit down. Third round was like, oh shit. Fourth round, I'm fucking fine. And then the last round, it was like, you're drunk, but you can function fine, I guess. And then you all, Yorks, we come back to you for a minute. And as you're walking down the street, you hear a commotion. You see a dwarf wearing very illustrious armor.
Golden robes as well. It's basically gonna be just like normal steel and gold.
With golden robes and his hood up, with the emblem of Rusaya on his back. And next to him is an elven man with gold and black armor.
Thank God Norix's face is covered by a fucking helmet.
With the symbol of Rusaya on his chest. And they are talking. And the elven man says, sick of all of these peasants walking around. Now, let's finish our mission. And we must play nice, correct? And as you walk past them, I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Okay, also I did send that letter to you. Well, what is okay.
Okay, it's a net 20. It's a net 20. Okay. He's like, you there, Goliath. Where are you? Where are you from?
Do you not remember me? And he is looking directly at the Inquisitor.
I'm sorry, I tend not to remember peasants that well. Who are you?
Of course you would forget. You don't remember too much of Lima, do you?
What now?
Yorks is mentioning the fucking
No,
John Lima.
He says that. He says, what now?
Yorks takes off his helmet, but he grabs his helmet by one of the staghorns just to pull the helmet off. And he's just like, it has been a while. And he's looking more towards the dwarf now. Lord Tyrion.
It's like, oh, you... I remember.
Wait, which one's speaking?
The dwarf. I remember you. You drank me under the 10 times over. Right.
You drank well. And he kind of gives a nice smile.
And he's like, who is this, uncle? Who is this? Oh, this is George something.
Yorix.
Yorix, right. Sorry, he's very drunk. Was a soldier in the military. He was actually at he did very fine work, Oh, well, hello. Thank you for your service, I guess.
What's the demeanor of this Inquisitor?
He don't give a shit.
Yorix kind of just rolls his eyes because he's at least got one thing this Inquisitor can't do to him.
He sees that you roll your eyes. He's like, "Oh, is that disrespect I see?" He kind of walks up and sizes up to you. He comes up to your chest, and he's like craning his neck up to you. I'm the head Inquisitor of the Rusian army. You will pay me some respect, soldier.
Remember, little one, the Church of Baratheon gives me protection against all forms of Inquisitorium. You have no power here.
Oh, didn't you hear? The Church of Baratheon was disbanded long ago.
I'm going to insight check him to see if he's bullshitting, because that would literally send waves.
Go ahead. Actually, the only one who would come across this would probably be Lissy.
1 second, let me roll an insight.
She's like, are you maybe he might be telling the truth. He might be lying. You don't know for sure.
I highly doubt that, especially since Prince Nicholas is about to take the throne.
Oh, that fool. You have some reading to do, my friend. Rusia has been apprehended by my forces. I'm the king now.
Yorix looks to the dwarf and tries to get a feel if he's telling the truth or not.
Insight him with advantage.
Perfect.
Lissy, I want you to roll a perception. You see this happening.
Oh.
Yorix, you look at him. He says nothing, but in his eyes you see the cold truth of a coup.
Yorix is entertaining some dark thoughts right now.
Yeah, so I'm the king now. So I believe you should be bowing to me, peasant.
And Lissy walks up, riding.
Yorix gives her a quick shot so that way she does not get involved. No, this is where madness comes in.
With
Like
that
a
second
subtle-
perception, you don't understand what's going on, and you watch. Oh, and who is this? He looks you up and down. Fine woman. No insight needed. He's checking you out.
Oh, I thought he was being sarcastic.
Nope.
Wait, what?
He's
race
just,
is he?
Just being Joffrey.
He's a high elf
Huh.
man.
He's checking out
He's
our
checking.
assets.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
My
none of
name
the,
is Lissy. Who might you be?
I am King Joffrey of Rusia. Very nice to meet you, young lady. And he kind of bows slightly to you.
Can I have Fenris do? Well, no, because that'd probably make this worse. Never mind. I'm gonna have Fenris like sneer at him.
sorry.
Fenris walks up and he smells the air.
Or no,
around
I'm
him.
on Fenris.
Oh, you're on Fenris?
Yeah, I walked up
riding.
riding Fenris.
Any
Yeah, sure.
woman who can ride a dire wolf is definitely worthy of my courtship.
Pervert.
I'm getting bad Sons of Stark feelings here, man. So I'm just gonna be polite enough and kind of act like well, I'm basically taking on the mountain's form, but using the Count's fucking, like, goddamn personality right now.
Mhm.
I would be careful, little one. And he's kind of kneeling down to the king, kind of in a, mock bow in a sense, on one knee, to at least showcase he's meaning. Like, he's trying to display he's meaning to bow, but in reality he's not to those that are really actually know yours. So he's going to be...
Yep.
The gods, especially considering the fact that you have now upset a legacy of an actual great god. There could be dire consequences.
Great God, schmake God. I do what I want because I'm the king. I was next to serve anyway, but not that Nicholas fool. I'm glad he's dead. Either way, I don't think you're bowing low enough, soldier. And he kind of looks at Lissy for a second and puffs his chest out. Like, yeah, look at this.
You should be careful, hatchling.
Yorick's immediately kind of just like winces, like, and looks up, like, "Hey, please do not do this. Do not piss him off. Like, this could lead to fucking bad shit."
I want him died.
I'm sorry.
Indeed.
I'm bad
Should I
at
say-
spelling. I told you already. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know. It's just.
Mock me, damn it. Let's get it.
I'm sorry. But he's kind of just puffing his chest out. He's like, he leans down to Yorick's. Well, not leans down. He kind of like crouches a little bit because
Yeah,
you're now
kinda
like eye level.
because of my ass being like 7
He's now eye level with you. Bow. He kind of looks into his face level. Bow lower, soldier. Your king gave you an order.
Oh, he'll do it.
Should I roll to hear that?
No, it's clearly heard.
Okay, because Yorick, there's a little something you need to know about her in particular. She doesn't do well with this kind of stuff.
Yes, but he's going to at least try to shoot a look so that way she knows, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. I
Yorick,
can't.
you are now on your hands and knees with your head on the ground.
Almost like a fucking push-up.
Alchemist. Actually, this is pretty close to the house.
Oh god.
No. I will fucking find a way to beat that if I have to.
There's no way.
Shit. Alchemist, you
I can either do it that way or I can do it the nice way. Which one?
hold on. Alchemist, roll a perception check.
All right. Give me one moment.
Let's see. You choose how you want to come at this. This is your choice.
I'm asking Yorick.
Yeah,
Oh,
Do
it's
this the
level
nice
8.
way.
He's desperately pleading with her through his fucking eyes. Don't fucking get involved, please.
I mean, actually, would it be fair if passive perception would be able to see this? Because I got a 16
Actually, yeah,
passive.
sorry.
Yeah.
You would see this passive.
Passive
Serena
what?
and you, Pierre. Perception. What's Serena? What's your passive perception?
Oh crap, was that located?
It's right below your skills and right below charisma, so it should be right
Oh
there.
yeah, 12.
Oh yeah, you definitely see this. Okay.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, you would see this too, Yupir. All three of you are coming down the street together, and you see Yorick on his hands and knees with his head on the ground, and Lissy riding Fenris talking to this high elven dude wearing black and gold armor, and a dwarf right next to him wearing the same capsule armor with the room. And Lissy, what are you doing?
Double checking this really quick.
I'm making the plea here. Please. I don't care if divine intervention has to take it.
Yorick's roll a charisma check.
Charisma check?
Yes.
You can say
charisma
one word
check.
like,
Oh, okay,
Back
just a normal
off.
charisma roll.
stay,
Alright.
something like that.
Doing it the nice way.
Okay, she's doing it the nice way.
Because I can do this because of the background of tiefling I chose.
And that is suggestion.
Suggestion.
Oh, who knew?
He's got to roll a wisdom save. What's the DC for that?
I think it's my DC, and
Yeah.
my DC is 13.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's either really good or really
I
bad.
said high or low.
It's.
Nat 1 or nat 20?
Well, you know how an 18 is higher than 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of figured.
He notices that you're casting a spell.
But does he know the targets?
He noticed that you're casting a spell at him. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that, young lady. You see, me being king and all, and he kind of swishes his hair back. He's got very long blonde hair. Me being king now, I've taken some training to make sure that I don't fall to such easy interpretations. And he kind of gets closer to you on Fenris.
And yet you're still a pervert.
Does Upir say that?
That's not you,
No,
Pierre.
that was Alchemist
okay.
saying that as
Shit.
he walked up.
You better not fucking
I
do
would-
this.
I would want to say that,
War,
but
man.
Alchemist,
No,
do you say
that was Finn just walking up and being like, and yet you're still a pervert, hitting on random ladies.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Do you say that in character?
Hell yes. I don't give a shit. I'm just
Oh,
like,
god damn it. Okay.
Please tell me you're not doing this act.
What?
This is going to lead to war.
once he says that, I go 30 feet near the person, stealth, and cast hideous laughter on him.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Okay.
Oh god, you are literally driving us.
I'm gonna roll that DC concept.
We just started a war.
Oh no. Oh
What did he roll?
no. You rolled an 11.
He fails. He starts bursting in laughter.
Why?
And it gets information that burns city.
Yeah.
From is an
He's
ass,
not
and I didn't
laughing.
like him, so
Hold on,
I was
hold on,
gonna
I
do
have-
command.
I have to say, hold
So he's bursting into laughter, falling on the ground, hearing that he's a pervert. And I'm stealth of 19, so he probably won't
Oh
notice me.
god. You all have brought forth hell. Worse than hell, maybe.
And I'll do that for the full minute, and then get the hell back as best I can. Did we break you, Chef? I'm sorry if we did.
I love how I just like I'm still like black as all sin because of my stealth earlier.
Wait, how long does that last?
No, that stays until I put up the hood again and hide with another stealth
Color.
check. So
Oh gosh.
so you just see this black wood elf whose hair is as long as he is, really super black, and just being like, "And
Okay. Okay. He fails to save and he starts laughing and
Falls to the ground as well.
falls to the ground. I'm going to roll a D100.
Oh shit.
And
Brought hell.
We got the
You're
DM
going-
die.
you're going to say hi, or if it's hi, some bad shit's about to happen.
Wait, what did you say the first one?
Wait, wouldn't high be good in our favor, or can
It
am I
depends
thinking
on the
wrong?
DM. The DM
Severity.
decided that.
Depends on the
DM
DM. This is severity.
Well,
It's-
yeah, I guess that's pretty fair. It's
Okay.
like to me, it makes sense. So it's like, oh, 100's a good thing, but you know,
No,
So-
100 means we have all of Rosiah here deciding to burn everything.
Okay, hey.
Alright, we're good.
You have a 50-50 chance here.
Can I maybe even make the odds more in our favor by praying to Varathian?
That will make it a 60-40 chance.
I will take it. I will fucking be praying to God.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration as well, or no?
Oh,
Guardians
no.
are God.
Okay.
Chef,
Yes,
can I pray also to make it a 70?
70-30.
Yeah, by
Oh, thank
chance.
fucking Christ.
It is now 70-30.
Oh, thank Baratheon.
If I roll high on this, some
Then
bad
I'm
shit's
going
gonna
to
happen.
fucking- Yeah, fuck Baraka and Zaza. This is where hell comes forward.
If I roll low, I will shit myself with happiness.
I did this in Roll20 or real life.
I'm doing this in real life.
No, roll 20, man. Come on.
My asshole is clutched right now. I hope you all know that.
You know what? Fine, I'll do it in roll 20 because, god damn it, I forgot how to do it though. 1 second.
Just roll one d100,
open
oh my
back.
god. No, I would rather prefer you just roll it so I don't actually have to see it.
Do you want me to do it, Chef?
Turn on. I'll turn on the dice seer and then do
Chef.
the 100.
Okay,
I even
hold on. I have. Oh, it's just okay. I'm just gonna roll it with my D100 that I have here. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I really don't want it to happen. I really, you know, okay. Oh!
Oh no, please tell me it's not
What
100.
is it?
It's high.
I rolled a 98.
Oh god, God, more.
I think I
Well,
might need to use those
Jet,
beads.
it was good playing with y'all.
We're all gonna fucking die, thanks. Because I gotta talk to you guys on some details I may have left.
How? How do you all fuck up this bad?
This is
All I did
great.
was call him a pervert, and he took that badly. That's
Yeah,
not my
yeah.
fault.
He started laughing hilariously at that joke.
Does no one else watch Game of Thrones?
Have you
No.
not heard what
I don't
happened?
watch
I
Game
don't
of
have
Thrones.
fucking HBO. I don't have
watch Game of
HBO.
Thrones.
Joffrey is a power-obsessed, egotistical little shit. You
Okay.
basically just insulted, and now he's king, which means he has a bigger fucking
Here,
ego.
let me explain what just
King of our
happened.
entire fucking country. Okay.
Can I explain something, Chef?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here, let me explain this. What was the former Tsar? There was the Emperor of Russia. He was known as Ivan the Cruel. He was just horrendous. He had a son who was a good guy who was to overtake him. But now that that's gone, you've basically removed an insane emperor whose son, who was a good person, that was going to take over with fucking Joseph Stalin. You basically just pissed off Stalin and the entire Soviet Union in a sense.
Oh my
Can
god.
like the ones not evolved, like me and
Oh,
maybe
fuck.
Floss
We're
survive?
fucked, and now everything's going to be
You know what?
destroyed.
Everybody, I just need like 10. I just need a couple minutes just to.
Think this out.
Yeah, I just need just another bio break. 10 minutes. Just okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go potty
Everybody
then.
just reflect. Everyone just reflect on what just fucking happened.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I didn't know what was going on. I
Kill you!
I don't
Jeffrey-
watch Game of Thrones either.
In Game of Thrones, Jeffrey's like so
I will
insane
kill you
that
now. I
he
will kill you
killed
dead.
entire guy's
Hey,
family.
to be fair, not everyone can afford HBO, man.
I don't afford
The
HBO.
fact that you just pissed off Stalin!
Hey, I have Tempers of Revengeance and a freaking tidal wave that can happen to him if it's really deemed necessary.
Where's the nearest body of water?
It's a freaking War Mage's prayer, man.
Yeah, versus an army, a normal standing army of 300,000. Reservists, 200,000. That's
Okay.
500,000.
Okay, how many feet across do you think that'd be?
Let me get. The thing is, you don't just have that. 500,000. That's just the normal soldiers. You also deal with the motherfuckers.
Is it
have
that Jeffrey's based
magic.
off of?
You have the Inquisitorium, the secret police, a navy that's about 10,000 warships.
Why did you make an overpowered nation?
This is the fucking D&D Soviet Union, man.
Why did you make this a thing?
Frost. Is it
Because I didn't want to deal with them. I tried escaping to another continent.
But
Thanks
why'd
to
you
using-
even make it in the first place?
Because I had hopes that the fucking prince was gonna overtake his dark father and that the fucking Inquisitorium wasn't gonna pull a coup.
Okay,
so
that's
Chef
pretty
is the
fair.
one who
Okay.
changed the story. So if we kill this person, then who's going to be king? That good guy.
Just be fair. Did fucking Chef do some secret roles where this guy getting the power, or did he just be like, okay, for shits and giggles, this is story reasons why
I
this?
don't know, and this is now worse, because now we don't have to just deal with a fucking undead lich god thing. We're going to be dealing on a two-front war. We're basically Germany. And we just pissed off the United States and Russia.
So while we're doing this, I'm gonna sit here and mess with this and see if I can get it fixed.
First, is
We
he
have
like
effectively
this guy?
just turned 2 nuclear warheads on our heads.
First, look at this card. Is he like that? Is he like Joffrey, as in like Joffrey?
Yeah, he's that Joffrey.
Oh shit!
He looks like a
What the
scumbag.
fuck?
He is a scumbag who's sadistic.
You know what he looks like? He looks like Draco.
And the fact that we just pissed off the new royal family is even worse.
Hey, we can just deal
Now
with
I'm
it.
gonna have to. I will have probably 2 fucking options: either side with Rusaya and have to kill you, or I die
What about me?
on my feet with you.
I had nothing to do with this.
Oh fuck!
Hey,
God.
you didn't like him. You said you wanted to have the other person.
Yeah, but I was trying to be kind for peace and that I wouldn't lose my new fucking wife and child.
Frost, do you think there's any
Hey.
chance I might live since
I'm going to murder you.
But
I had nothing
hey,
to do with this.
hey, to be fair, I'm the only one who's insulting him. I'm really like, it's like, you dare insult me? I'm like, if
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
And here's the
insult me.
worst part: if he orders me to kill you, I will have to kill you.
Hey, he might have not noticed me. My stealth is 19.
Not you, Brett. I'm talking alchemist.
Hey, I'm the one who did hilarious laughter, man. And I was stealth.
See, so I would ghost him and be like, oh really? You're gonna order someone else to do it? You're not man enough to do it yourself?
Pussy.
Yeah, no, pissing off a high inquisitor that's now king is worse. You've heard the horror stories of what the KGB do, right?
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these guys are cranked to 11.
Wait, no, it's gonna come to. Let me find it.
Oh god, we've now created a new war. I am
You
literally
realize
gonna
I also have another way for us to get out of this, right?
What, you're gonna have sex with the guy?
No, I don't. But I'm the one he's interested in.
Yeah, but he knows you just casted magic. He now knows about you.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, magic. He doesn't know what kind of magic. You think she can't be charming? Fuck you.
Seduce.
Hey, you call my ass flabby.
Yeah,
That is
because you're not sexy,
you.
man.
Fucking wrong.
I want to listen in, but I need to go pee down there.
That is you. But I'm the one that made it to where we didn't get freaking caught. We didn't get all those damn harpoons through us. Now, wasn't I?
What
Wait,
harpoons?
so
Okay, my
When
corner's-
Hennessy decided to shoot open the door.
Fair enough, but at the